In this video, I'm going to show you how we can embed a fast and responsive Twitter feed like this on your Oxygen Builder website. This is by using the Smashballoon Twitter Feed Pro plugin. I'll be demonstrating using the Pro version of the plugin, but you can check out the free version with less features through the WordPress repository. To get started, head over to smashballoon.com and purchase Twitter Feed Pro. Once purchased, you can find your download link and license key for the plugin inside your Smashballoon account. Download Twitter Feed Pro and head over to your Oxygen Builder website. And here we are now inside our WordPress dashboard. And to install Twitter Feed Pro, hover over Plugins on the left-hand side and click Add New Plugin. Next, click Upload Plugin, upload the zip file for Twitter Feed Pro, and click Install Now. Once installed, click Activate Plugin. And there we go, Twitter Feed Pro has now been installed and activated. To get started with creating our Twitter feed, on the left-hand side, you'll notice Twitter Feed. Go ahead and click on it. Inside the plugin, the first thing you'll have to do is enter the license key from your Smashballoon account. Paste it here like this, and click Activate. Once your license key has been activated, you can click on Add New to start creating your new Twitter feed. For the first step of creating the feed, you'll have to select the feed type. With Twitter Feed Pro, you can display tweets from any user timeline, tweets from any public hashtag, tweets that match a specific search criteria, and tweets from any publicly available list. Let's continue with the user timeline option, and that's already selected for us, so we can click Next. On step number 2, we can add the Twitter handle for the account we want to display our tweets from. For this demonstration, let's go with the WP Beginner account. So we can type in @WP Beginner, like so, and once entered, you can click Next. Now, on the last step of creating our Twitter feed, we have to select the template for the layout and design of our feed. We have options like the default, masonry cards, simple carousel, and more. For this example, let's continue with the simple cards template. Once you've selected a template, click Next. And just like that, we have a live preview of our brand new Twitter feed inside the plugin. You can see the latest tweets from the WP Beginner Twitter account. At the top of the feed, we can see the account profile picture, account name, the bio, number of posts, and number of followers as well. Underneath that, we have our Twitter feed in the cards template. Inside each tweet, you can see the account details at the top, when that tweet was published, the caption for the tweet, and the image underneath, the text content inside the tweet, and the image. If I scroll down, we can see even more tweets directly inside this feed. We can now go ahead and embed this on our Oxygen Builder website, but before I show you how to do that, let me show you how we can customize this feed. On the left-hand side, under the Customize tab, click on Feed Layout. Here you can customize the layout of your Twitter feed. Currently, we have a list layout selected, which displays our tweets in a single column list. Next, we have the masonry layout, which displays your tweets in rows and columns. And last but not least, we have the carousel layout. This one lets you display your tweets in a swipeable carousel that you can interact with, like this. For this demonstration, we can continue with the carousel layout, and on the left-hand side, if we scroll down, we can customize our Twitter feed even further. We have some carousel settings, such as adding the navigation arrows on the left and right-hand side, like these. Next, we can also enable pagination dots, which are the dots at the bottom of the feed here. You can click on them to swipe through the pages. Underneath that, we can also enable autoplay. Once enabled, your Twitter feed will automatically swipe through like this. I'm going to disable that for now. Next, we can also choose how many rows we want inside our feed. At the moment, you can see that we have 1 row of tweets, but if we open that up, we can change that to 2. You can see that we now have 2 rows of tweets. I'm going to change that back to 1. Next, you can also choose how your tweets loop when we swipe through them. Currently, we've got it set to rewind, which means that when we get to the last page of our carousel, it's going to rewind all the way back to the start. Alternatively, we can open this up and change that to infinity, which means that when it gets to the last page, it will seamlessly continue in an infinite loop. I'm going to keep that as rewind, and if we scroll down further, we can also choose how many columns we want inside our feed. Currently we have 3, and if you want to modify it, let's open this up and select the number of columns you want to display. For example, let's go with 4, and you can see our Twitter feed has updated to display 4 columns instead of 3. I'm going to change that back to 3, and if we continue, we can also choose how many tweets we want to display inside the feed initially. We can enter any number of tweets you want to display up to 30 tweets. For example, if we go with 4, our Twitter feed will only display 4 posts instead of 9. We can keep it as 9, and once you're happy with the layout of your Twitter feed, click Save on the top right corner. Next, if you want to add a pop of color to your Twitter feed, under the Customize tab, go into the Color Scheme. Currently, you can see that it's set to inherit from theme, which means that your Twitter feed will automatically match the design of your WordPress theme. Alternatively, you can go with a light theme, dark theme, or even a custom theme where you can select the exact colors you want for your Twitter feed, just like this. And once you have a color scheme you're happy with, make sure to click Save on the top right corner. Lastly, if you want control to moderate the tweets you display inside your feed, go into the Settings tab and click on Filters. Here you have options to add filters to your Twitter feed. At the top, you can choose to include replies to your tweets. If we toggle that on, replies to your tweets will be included inside your feed. For now, we're going to leave that toggled off. You can also choose to include retweets. Scrolling down, you can filter the tweets inside your feed using the allowed words and blocked words. If you enter a word or hashtag into the allowed words, your feed will only display posts containing those words or hashtags. Inversely, with the blocked words, if you enter a word or hashtag into this box, your Twitter feed will block any posts containing that word or hashtag, and you can customize those filters further with these options below. You can choose to show tweets that contain any of the allowed words or all of the allowed words. And similarly, you can modify this to add and or conditions. We can choose whether we want to display any of the blocked words or all of the blocked words. It's totally up to you. And if you want to take it a step further and manually hide tweets, you can enter them here as well. And if you add any filters, make sure to click save on the top right corner. Alright, now that you know how to create and customize your Twitter feed, let me show you how we can embed it inside your Oxygen Builder website. To embed it, click on Embed on the top right corner, copy your dedicated shortcode, then click on Add to a page. Next, select the page you want to embed your feed to, then click on Add. Inside our WordPress web page, we can click on Edit in Oxygen. And here we are now inside Oxygen Builder. To embed our feed, click on the plus icon, and what we have to do next is search for a shortcode block. That's this one here. We can click on it, and that will be added inside our page. Now on the right hand side, we can paste that shortcode that we copied earlier like this, and click save on the top right corner. After that, let's go to our live website and take a look at our new Twitter feed. And here we are now on our live WordPress web page built with Oxygen Builder. We have our brand new Twitter feed. It's featuring the latest post from the WP Beginner Twitter account. The tweets are displayed inside a carousel layout and a cards template as well. Inside each tweet, you can see the text content, the image for that post, and the account details at the top. And when a site visitor wants to check out the tweets, they can click through like this. And if they want to take a closer look, they can click on the image like this, and that image will open up inside a Lightbox view, where you have the image and the text underneath it. You also have buttons to share the post on Twitter, and if you're the admin, you can even hide the tweet too. Underneath each post, you can also see the number of comments, retweets, and likes. And if we click on the X button, you can view that tweet directly on Twitter. And there you have it. That's how we can create, customize, and embed a Twitter feed like this on your Oxygen Builder website. If you have any questions about what I covered in this video, please let me know in the comments below. If you run into any issues, please contact our awesome support team and they'd be happy to help you out. Please consider subscribing to our channel for social media marketing tips to help you grow your business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.